Welcome to Mark Golf. So today I just wanted to talk you through a bit of new technology I've been putting into action recently with some great results. So normally 3D is quite complicated in regards to you've got to put some kind of vest on, it takes a little bit of time to set up, so there's quite a few different complications with it. This is a new 3D, so it's a SportsBox Golf 3D app, which is simple, straightforward, effective, and gives some great results. So you're measuring rather than guessing, and once you've got a number involved, it's so much easier for the customer to make those changes and see some progress. So basically, I videoed someone from Face On, trim the video a little bit, and then load it up onto this app. So then you turn the person into a 3D avatar, so you can see the robot there in the screen, and then you can see all the different measurements it can give. So then all of a sudden you can play through the video, and the biggest success I've had so far has been in regards to how much the person is turning, and it's more so from how much they're turning their pelvis. So the best results I've had, as you can see from the example here, so I had a gent that had a limited amount of turn from his pelvis, which then reduced the ability to be able to turn the T-spine to how far he would want to turn it to. So then all of a sudden, if you've got a restricted turn in the pelvis, which then gives you a restricted turn, you have to be extremely explosive to get that extra oomph and that power, and everything has to happen extremely explosively, which is extremely difficult to do. So suddenly that SportsBox has given us that pelvis turn, so we're in the low 30s, and say the shoulder turn is just hitting on the door of like 80. So all of a sudden, if you get a slight increase in the pelvis turn, it might feel that the hip is coming in round more, knee is coming in a little bit more, and the lead foot is just coming off the ground slightly. But once you've freed that bottom half up, then the top half will then be more mobile to turn more. Then all of a sudden we've increased how much further we can increase the hand path that we're producing. So basically doing a bigger backswing. So then that then gives us that extra time to then really drive through that shot, and we don't have to be necessarily as explosive. We've got more time, we've got a longer backswing, and we can then produce more clubhead speed. Now literally the gent that I've got in the screen there, this was all done in one session. So if we really narrowed it down, we went from hovering around the 78 to 80 mark with our 8-iron with regards to clubhead speed, did our SportsBox, got some figures. It's really highlighted the fact that we had a limited turn in our pelvis, which was limiting the shoulder turn. We increased the turn, quite relaxed with it, so you're just feeling that you're just getting that hip further around, freeing up the foot, so there's no you're not keeping that foot planted on the floor. We increased that hip turn closer to the 40 mark, then the shoulder turn increased, and we ended up getting a increase in clubhead speed from just below 80 up to 85. So a massive jump just by a simple being able to turn that pelvis just that little bit more. But the SportsBox, the 3D app, just enabled us to actually get a number on it rather than looking at a 2D video, which is very difficult to see. There's no number, and it made such a difference to the customer that they could see a number, and then they could see some progress, and then with the quad and the numbers that we saw the clubhead speed jump up. So I couldn't recommend the SportsBox app highly enough. It is just a superb bit of kit. And the sway number, so going off the ball and then say sliding back through the ball, so if you're lifting up or you're losing your height too much, so it gives mountains of information which you can pick out the smoking gun, and then you can see the difference and you can see a number change. Huge difference to the mental side of the game, that you're seeing numbers and you're seeing them change, so then you can see some progress. The The remote side of it you can use, no problem at all. If you want to do the remote side, then just give me a shout. All my details are in the screen below there. All you're trying to do is you're doing a face-on video. It needs to be slow motion, 120 HD, so that's just the requirements. Just about 10 foot away so that you're all in the whole screen when you're taking the shot. Don't sort of stand 20 yards back. Try to make sure that you haven't got someone behind you waving, and then just ping me the video and I can set it all up for you, and it will work really well on the remote coaching side. So any questions or comments, please send them through. Make sure you give the video a good thumbs up, and I'll speak and see you soon.